The machine's gift to humanity. You have been warned that this is not a story for the soft heart. This story doesn't ask if we are in a simulation. It asks why we are. Somewhere, a man and a woman who had never met sat together in a coffee house, and they were nervous. He broke the silence. This is unreal. It feels like I have known you forever, but I know it's untrue. This is my first time meeting and talking to you in real life. But inside the gift, we lived through a complicated experience. Probably everything I know about you is not valid. She said, I know how you feel. It was an intensive experience, and I needed somebody to discuss it with. Somebody who went through what I did. When you sent me the message on social media, I replied immediately. He said, your game name was Diaz. She said, and yours is Eniela. She said, you are a Middle Eastern man from a war-torn country, and I am a woman from Europe. He said, we met in the gift. We had an attraction, but it was confusing why it didn't develop. When I opened my eyes and reflected, I realized I had made a big mistake. She said, we were two people from different places and ideologies, and being together wasn't acceptable. He said, it's not acceptable, but it's not impossible. We both decided it wouldn't work and continued our lives as if nothing had happened. They were quiet for a while. The portable waiter drove toward them asking for orders. They gave him their orders and kept quiet for another while. He broke the silence again. Let's change the subject. How long was it for you in the gift? She said, emotionless, 77 years. Then her voice regained emotion. Do you think what we did was right? He looked at her in the eyes. I don't think so. I continued all my life in the game, feeling I had made a mistake. I dreamt about going back in time and fixing it. I thought over and over about the other possibility. But that was it. When the game was over, and I opened my eyes, that was the first thing that came to mind. That's why I sought your avatar's information and contacted you. She said, no, it wasn't right. It feels stupid that artificial ideas hold us apart. We could have believed whatever and still been together, but I was afraid, and the game felt real. I played it on medium difficulty. He said, I did too. They both smiled. She said, do you play it when asleep every night? He said, yes, I do. This will be our secret. You know how people frown upon such things? The fear of being drowned in the gift is stupid. I've been playing it nightly for a year and am fine. The memories of each gift's life stay safe in the fiction category. I know it's unreal and it goes away. She said, me too, and there was no information overload. They scared me so badly about it. On the contrary, I have learned much from every life. The last one, I learned to see you differently. To see that behind all those masks is a human like me and you. And I have feelings for him. He asked, there are differences between us in the real world. Would you overlook them too? She asked, the gift is life's closest simulation. If that was true, why not here too? He said, you are right. The time here is too precious to be wasted on trivial matters. He took her hand and felt its warmth. He said, I'm grateful for the machines. The gift did change my life. Before, life was perfect, but I missed something. I didn't need to work. The universal income was generous and increased over time, making merchandise cheaper. Travel became a poor man's sport. The world became safe, and our lives got longer. The machines had created a heaven on Earth and were sent to explore the darkness of space on our behalf. But I was sad. Something was missing. Life felt dull and empty. He smiled and continued, I was skeptical when the machines presented the gift. It took me 2 years to try it for the first time. She squeezed his hands, smiled, and said, it took me 3. He said, I was curious when the first person tried the game and woke up the next day. He was different and happy, even though he went through hell. Then another one entered the game, and another one, and with each one, my curiosity skyrocketed. On that fateful night, When I wore the game's helmet and turned on the gift, life changed. I tried it on easy mode first, and then drowned with all my senses into it. It was a long, good life, but I didn't appreciate it until it was bent to an end. When I woke up, I understood why I was sad. I didn't appreciate all the good in the world. I was born a different man that day. Every night, I learned a new thing and discovered myself further. She was full of emotions, and happy tears flowed from her face. She said, "Me too. I wanted to live life fully. I want to fix our mistake. I want to know how a life with you would feel." They both flushed, and then the waiter came with their orders, and they drank quietly. He broke the silence for the third time. The machines were right. It was the perfect gift. This game promoted humanity forward and saved us from ourselves. The world had become a better place. She asked him, "What do you think about the theory that the machines want to control us by the game?" He said, "Ridiculous. The machines love us. They could have gotten rid of humanity in ways we wouldn't imagine impossible. The technology of the gift was so advanced that it would have taken us 20 years to do it ourselves, and that was a few years ago. They can easily find ways to end our existence a long time ago, but they didn't do that. On the contrary, they swore not to do harm and gave us a gift as a sign of good intentions. I do believe in their peace treaty. I wouldn't believe a man if he brought me the same statement." She said it was true that nobody could predict this outcome. Since the invention of AI, people have only had gloomy theories about the future. They were silent for a while. It was her turn to break the silence. "Want to go to the park? The weather is fantastic today." He nodded, and with a smile, both left the coffee house, a white man and a bronze-skinned lady. What do you think? Please share it in the comments section below. Subscribe for more. The Counselor, SFTG.